Arsenal eye up Lucas Vazquez. James Rodriguez is getting swole. And the GOAT race is over. Alright sweet cheeks, my name's Rob Armstrong and I'm going to run through today's news quicker than Kylian Mbappé ending a bunch of Argentinian players' careers. But before we get on to the 19-year-old veteran killing Frenchman, let's talk about some more transfer garbage that might or might not happen. And why not start with Unai Emery's Arsenal team, who've got Lucas Torreira and Socrates Papastafylopoulos already on the way in, and now are looking the way of Real Madrid's Lucas Vazquez to add a bit of flair to the side. Vazquez is currently with the Spain camp in Russia, which is normally a pretty good indicator that a rumour might be a big, fresh, steaming pile of bollocks. But he's also said to be attracting the interest of Liverpool. Being a part of the same team as Cristiano Ronaldo, Karim Benzema, Gareth Bale, Isco and Marco Asensio means there isn't an awful lot of space in the Real Madrid attack for him to take up, which has seen him get particularly limited playing time. And Vasquez isn't the only Liverpool target that's being circled by some Premier League vultures, as Jurgen Klopp's love affair with Nabil Fekir looks to be interrupted by snaky Jose Mourinho. It's like Love Island was set in the rainy old northwest, as Liverpool's agreement to go exclusive with Bekir fell through and Manchester United looked to take advantage. But Liverpool are still keen to hug it out and get the deal done once the World Cup is over and the two have had some time apart. Danny Ings also looks as though he may be on the way out of Anfield, with the striker having never really found his feet at Liverpool. He's now being scouted by Crystal Palace and Newcastle, who want to help the former England international re-find his form. Now let's talk about the World Cup, shall we? And Colombia's James Rodriguez has been for a scan on the injury that took him off the pitch the other day, and it turns out it's not a muscle tear, he's just got a swollen calf. Humble brag, James, but a fouled calf isn't enough to stop football coming home. Argentina and France put on an absolute slobber knocker of a game in the round of 16, which saw France go through to the quarter-finals. Kylian Mbappé was the star of the show, and he was so good it literally made Lucas Biglia and Javier Mascherano give up playing football. Both have announced their retirement from the national team, and others are expected to join them. The game featured two outrageous goals, as Argentina's Angel Di Maria showed his big kick energy, scoring from distance. But then Benjamin Pavard came along and showed he had even bigger kick energy, as he lashed in a volley from outside of the box. But the big story of the day was Lionel Messi crashing out of the World Cup along with his old goat pal from the farm, Cristiano Ronaldo. Portugal's 2-1 loss to Uruguay in the most Uruguay performance of all time saw Ronaldo leave the pitch in tears, with no one knowing if he'll see him at a World Cup again. Likewise, Messi has yet to speak about his future in the international game. Either way, Neymar's probably buzzing that he's finally the one that people will be interested in. Unless, of course, we just give the next 10 Ballon d'Ors to Kylian Mbappé. Uruguay have now won their first 4 World Cup games for the first time since 1930. And they won that year. Ask your mum, she was probably there. Anyway, that's all we have time for on today's Daily News. Now, I'm off to spray paint. It's coming home on some public transport, but we'll be back on Onefootball tomorrow for more of that daily newsy goodness. Next year I'm moving my talents to Cali, I swear that